control or autopilot fails.
I got it. If I tell him to give me the coordinates and... Let's try this.
Request new coordinates. Ready to attempt turn.
Magnetic heading?
80 degrees.
Okay, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Home plate, I have missile lock. Home plate, the Stratton is turning. Repeat, the Stratton is turning. Heading north. Still turning. Airspeed and altitude unchanged. New course is 80 degrees.
Oh.
You did it!
Okay.
We're headed home!
Okay. All right. We still gotta land this beast.
Very nice work. Everyone here is working hard to bring you home. Stand by.
He's heading back to California.
347, break off and stay in trail formation.
Home plate, do you require a visual of the cockpit?
Negative, 347, stay in trail. Aircraft is still considered unstable.
Roger, I read. Stay in trail.
Nothing has changed.
No, everything has changed.
He made the turn.
Without a hitch.
All right, be ready to brief me in 5 minutes.
Ned's here.
It's Wayne Johnson. We have a situation. It's a Stratton.
Let's find some water.
No, sure. I didn't just stay here with me. Can you get it by yourself?
Oh, yeah.
It's in the galley on the left side.
Okay.
Tough kid.
Yeah. They're all tougher than you think. You have any?
Me? Oh, no. Haven't found the right guy. Or the time.
There's never enough time for them. You just try to do the best you can, not screw them up in the process.
You close with your boy?
Yeah. His mother died when he was 4, so it's just minutes. Then one day, you wake up and...
They've got minds of their own. Yeah.
You got that right. I gotta learn to back off a little.
I'm sure you do just fine.
Come on, talk to us.
You should come upstairs. It's a lot safer.
Amy and Erica want to be closer to the movie screen. My wife and I changed seats with them. All planning for the future. Worrying when girls become home late. My whole life was right here.
Look, we're on our way back to San Francisco, and there are people on the ground that are helping us. We're gonna make it. So you should come upstairs.
planes do we have in the air?
18.
Let's make sure they're all right. Listen, folks, if you're not directly involved in getting 52 back, please return to your desk. We need to keep this quiet until we have a clear plan of action, all right? Thank you.
Oakland Center's on line 6.
I'll take that. This is Wayne Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, this is Marlene Cobb, Oakland Center. What is the status of Pacific Global 52?
We're in contact. There's a radio problem and communication is currently limited to the data link. They're headed back. I'll call back with specifics once we have them.
All right, sir. We'll continue monitoring and await your call. Thank you, sir.
Would you give us a minute, please? We've got about an hour until the world starts breathing down our necks. I want these men thinking about that aircraft, not fielding calls from the press or being badgered by some outside agency. So, what's next? Can this guy bring it home?
He's a weekend pilot, but with some luck, he's got a chance.
He says he's got passengers alive, but in some sort of coma. Is that even possible?
It's not only possible, it's unavoidable. Oxygen deprivation at 65,000 feet. They had no chance.
Who are you? This is Ann Matz from Beneficial Insurance. Would you excuse us, please?
Sure.
This is what we're dealing with.
We're staying here!
Home plate, this is Navy 347.
Navy 347, go for home plate.
Home plate, we have passengers and debris falling from the plane.
Three, 4-7, keep your distance.
Roger, home plate, falling back.
I'm not leaving my wife.
Instructions on landing. I'm gonna have to talk him down over a damn typewriter.
How is it that this works and not the radio?
That link runs off a satellite, not an exposed radio antenna.
So, no one else can monitor your communications?
No, dead ends on both sides.
So many will die.
We have a chance here.
It'll get worse, not better. And it'll be left on your doorstep.
Passenger manifest. Should we have BR contact relatives to the passengers, we can start booking them on flights to San Francisco.
No, not just yet. I still owe Oakland Center a call, and I want to make sure we're not missing anything before we go public.
All right.
What's in your mind?
There's a finite amount of water in the well.
What?
Follow me on this. You have an amateur pilot flying the most sophisticated aircraft in the world. There are 3 scenarios here. 1, your weekend pilot crashes into the ocean and everyone on board is killed. 102 death payouts is a figure that I can calculate.
I'm sure you can.
Ideal in actuarial tables. And loss of life does, in fact, have a fixed price attached to it.
Go on.
Scenario number 2, Mr. Barry slams that plane directly into the heart of downtown San Francisco. Thousands will be killed.
And that doesn't concern you much.
If he destroys 10 city blocks, federal disaster relief will probably kick in.
And you'd be off the hook.
Possibly. And outcome number 3, if he successfully lands that plane, we are all in an unenviable position. The death payout is one thing, but that man is carrying a plane full of patients likely requiring around-the-clock care for the rest of their diminished existence. Billions of dollars in lawsuits, victims' families, pain and suffering. The bills will be endless. Beneficial insurance will be bankrupt, and then the victims will go after your airline.
You guys always figure out a way to pay.
Not this time. The numbers are too big. Pacific Global will fold under the weight of the Stratton. There is no upside to landing that plane.
There are people alive up there.
Marginally.
I still think he has a chance.
Our fuel.
Well, how could that be possible? We're supposed to be going all the way to Tokyo.
The fuel load would have been calculated for the thin air at 60,000 feet. Down here, we're probably burning at 3 times that rate. I don't know if we have enough fuel to make it all the way back.
What's gonna happen to them? Are they gonna stay like that?
I don't know, but they're gonna need help as soon as possible.
You could include others in the decision process, but that would take time.
Do you think the board would vote on something like this?
How many thousands of families will be ruined when Pacific Global folds? I mean, think of all the people on the ground whose lives will be destroyed by some insane gamble to try to land that plane. I mean, you can't even talk to the guy. He's over the Pacific heading towards a storm. Very soon, the decision will be out of your hands.
It's up in the center on 6. They want an update. This is Wayne Johnson. We've lost contact with Flight 52, initiating a search and rescue.
That happened.
Pacific Global is reporting the loss of Flight 52. Search and rescue are en route.
We've lost containment.
No. The window is just tightening. All right, if they find this aircraft, that's just going to be the beginning of a very lengthy and damaging investigation that the Navy does not need.
The Nimitz is the closest carrier.
They're launching search and rescue now.
75 minutes is the earliest intercept.
We are ending this right now. Home plate, this is Navy 347. Confirm current mission. Navy 347, this is home plate. Confirm current mission. This aircraft is deemed derelict. Confirmed. Home plate, this is 347. Requesting permission to abort current mission. Negative 347. Proceed as ordered. Confirm, proceed as ordered. Negative, home plate. Navy 347 cannot follow that order at this time. 347, you are in violation of a direct order. Consider the consequences. Navy 347 has, sir. 347, that is a derelict ship. Do you understand? No, sir. It's a ship in distress.
He knows he can't be court-martialed for refusing an order you have no authority giving. That boy isn't killing anybody else today, and neither are we. 347, this is Admiral Hennings. Report to the Nimitz. Current mission is aborted. Repeat, current mission is aborted.
Roger, home plate. Navy 347 en route to Nimitz. Good luck. Admiral, this is my command. I will put more aircraft in the air.
No, you won't. You're going to wait until Matos lands on the Nimitz to see if he keeps his mouth shut.
There's no guarantee that the Stratton will even make it back to San Francisco. Our problems could just disappear into the ocean.
Maybe. That's no longer your decision. Now, you can tell whatever story suits you best, but my report to the Pentagon will be as it happened.
need 2 copies of the data link printouts, one to be forwarded to air traffic control, the other for corporate. I'm assembling all the available senior West Coast executives.
Well, I can monitor the data link while you brief corporate.
No, listen, I need you to make those copies while I try to make contact. If there's anyone left to make contact with.
I just don't understand. There's no way the satellite failed, or we'd be hearing about it from our other aircraft. And if the data link was working before, then it should be...
Yeah, it should be, but it's not, which is why I initiated search and rescue. Or would you feel better if we kept pinging away in there and let whatever survivors drown while we try to work out the bug in our system? Right. ATC is waiting for those printouts.
Keeping everyone busy?
Keeping their minds on their work.
And outside this room while you create paper trail.
Working on a solution. Now, that was our last successful communication with 52. Then I scrambled search and rescue. It's all by the book.
I'm assuming you have a plan.
Yeah. What not to do in the cockpit of the world's most advanced plane.
Have you ever flown through anything like this?
My little Skymaster? We'd be turning around looking for the nearest airport to set down in.
No airport to turn back to here.
Nope. We can't fly over it, and it could be hundreds of miles long.
Well, what about if you left it on autopilot?
If the turbulence is too great, it could disengage the autopilot, then I'd have to take the controls.
I'll take that chance.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if they have any advice.
Are you ready?
I don't think anyone's ever ready for something like this.
Heavy turbulence expected as you pass through the storm. It's very important that you alter the center of gravity by transferring fuel between tanks.
By what?
Does that sound wrong?
Well, if I knew where the tanks were.
Yeah, still no luck.
You look like you use a brake.
Thanks. But I need you out there making sure other planes are in the air.
What's with the manual?
There's going to be a press conference later, and I just want to be on top of all the details. Listen, speaking of which, I need a report on everything that happened today. A roster of everyone on duty, step-by-step action taken by your staff, as well as your own thought process behind any and all actions taken. Now, Jack, you were the senior man on duty today. FAA and NTSB will want to know what you did and when you did it. Now, I'm already starting to compile my own timeline of events. I suggest you get yours while it's still fresh in your mind.
Timeline. Right.
What's going on?
How much you like your job? What do you need me to do?
Why can't you just go down on your own?
In the center of the overhead CRT screen are 4 touchpads designated low-pressure fuel valve position.
We got him. Got it. Yeah.
Switch them to the off position.
Off?
That's what it says.
All of them? Let's just try one and see what happens.
They want acknowledgement.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that I don't screw this up. Okay. Is that all?
Is that all?
No, it says locate covered switch, reading fuel valve emergency power.
Okay. Got it.
Engage the switch.
Engage the switch. This doesn't feel right. Will you confirm that?
Just turn the damn thing off.
just wish I knew what I was doing up here, that's all.
The minute they switched off the engines.
We gotta reignite the engines! Somehow!
We're at 4,000 feet! Dropping about 50 feet a second!
2 minutes, we've got to find the reignition switch!
Where?
Somewhere within my reach! Can you see down here?
We got it!
Hit him! Turn him on! Okay, hell, hold on. I gotta get the nose up.
Oh my God!
Hang on!
We're stalling out!
Hit the afterburners, the ABs! Yes, we are. I still can't stabilize this thing. What's our altitude?
11,000 feet. That's where the autopilot was cruising.
Let's try it. Okay, come on. Back in the comforting hands of technology.
Good flight.
Good co-pilot.
Flight 52, do you read? Acknowledge. San Francisco headquarters. What's your status?
What's our status? We're still alive. No thanks to you. Shutting down the fuel line. What am I, an idiot?
They don't want us back. Why?
I don't know. Maybe they don't think I can land this thing safely.
Maybe somebody screwed up and they're just trying to cover the tracks.
You know what? I don't really know why, and I don't really care. All I know is we're on our own. Let them think we're gone.
We don't have a lot of options. We're 45 minutes out from SFO, and the autopilot can get us close, but sooner or later we're on our own. I mean, I could put her down in the bay, and we might make it out, but what about the rest of the passengers?
I know the approach pretty well. I mean, not the technical end of it, but if it's clear, I can probably get you to the airport.
You can get us to the airport visually.
Yeah.
All right.
We better do something about these passengers first.
They've left. Good. Now give me the last coordinates and headings for Flight 52. Right. This guy.
Thanks.
We'll be home soon, my love.
ladies, gentlemen. It's been a hell of a day. I'll fill you in on everything that's happened. Now, most of you are familiar with Ann Metz from Beneficial. She's already briefed me on our liability situation. It isn't pretty.
The autopilot is going to get us to the outer marker, and then I'm going to have to take the controls. If I was a pro, I would fly right over San Francisco, out over Oakland, then circle back, and then come in and grab one of those runways by the bay. Oh, God, this is going to be hard.
Pilots say SFO is one of the hardest to land at.
I'm going to be flying over millions of people. I'm going to be fighting the bay's crosswinds. I don't think I can do it.
Well, what if you try the straight-in approach?
This plane needs a lot of stopping room. The runways at SFO are just barely long enough to accommodate it, even with an experienced pilot. If we overshoot, we're going to go skidding right into the bay.
And if you come in the correct way and go along, we run dead into the new base center complex.
All right. You get us to the airport, and then we're going to drop down towards the bay runway. Agreed?
Agreed.
How will they know we're coming?
We're going to be showing up on their radar any minute now. They'll see us lumbering overhead. They'll figure it out.
We've located Pacific Global 52. We're going to head it off early and clear some airspace for you.
Roger, Oakland. We'll take it from here.
Here's that is your plane.
I knew they were alive.
This is air traffic control. Flight 52 is coming in. We need you to clear all the runways and scramble emergency crews.
What?
Kate's right up in the water.
Oh, good idea.
Here you go.
You know, if we do land this thing, it's going to be next to impossible to prove someone tried to kill us.
Check this out. Now we have a record of every transmission sent and received since pre-flight.
Are you kidding me? Fantastic. Let me see that flashlight for a second.
There's been no indication of a bomb. For all we know, it's possible that Flight 52 went down as a result of mechanical failure.
Or potentially a design flaw, which would lay this squarely at the feet of the Stratton people.
Flight 52 is on approach.
Flight 52 is on approach. You all know what to do.
Okay?
Yeah.
Here goes.
I see what you mean about the winds.
No, I don't think that's a problem.
What is it?
There's a device called the yaw damper. It takes the roll out of the flight. When the autopilot's on, it's working. You must have to manually engage it when it's off.
Was it on before?
Maybe when we restarted the engines, it reset the system. Or maybe it shorted out. I'm not sure.
Well, but what happens if we don't find it?
The roll will just get worse and worse. The wings dropping from side to side. I can deal with that up here, but when we get into the crosswinds for the landing, it's going to get much worse.
So when we land, we can hit the wing first?
Let's find the yaw damper instead.
I can't find anything marked as the yaw damper here.
Maybe it's on one of these panels that never came back up.
All right, well, even though they're not lit up, they may be doing something that's too risky to mess with it. Strap in, buckle up. We'll have to just go in without it.
Hey, Jack? That's some weird approach.
Yeah, but not bad for a weekend flyer. Found an outside marker and then flew in as the crow flies line toward us.
Well, if that's the way they're coming in, we need to clear them some room. Guys, I think 10 is our best bet.
Knock out the lights on all the other runways. Show them the way home. They saw us coming in and got runway 10 correct.
Well, Sharon, give me the numbers.
3,000 feet. 52's on final approach.
There you are.
2,700 feet.
Okay.
Come on, straighten out.
Not so lost after all, huh?
He's coming in too hot.
500 feet.
Brace yourself. Okay, here we go. Moving all right?
Yeah. Okay, I'll trigger the chutes. Let's get him out of here.
How the hell did they make it back?
They didn't give up.
We've got a lag one up here. Come on, you gotta get out of here now.
To nearby medical facilities.
Are they gonna be okay?
Some better than others. We'll know more when we get them to a hospital.
You okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
John! Hey!
You okay?
Yeah, yes. How are you?
Okay.
Have you seen David?
He's gonna be okay.
Exactly what happened to the Stratton is still unclear, but its safe return is nothing short